everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Talking Time with Randy. This is going to be episode 107. All right.
Episode 107.
One thing I like to say for viewers, I know my friends, since you guys ask me so like all the time where the videos are, since you guys want to know, on these little boards we have our ad names for Instagram, and also this is my same ad name for Twitter. You can just put a period r dot money with 6 Y's at Mr. Donnie West on Instagram and cuss his ass out because we don't have the videos, because this guy is not only the co-host but he is the editor. Okay, so if you guys want to cuss him out, cuss his ass out. Don't ask me. Don't ask me no more. Don't ask me no more. I be doing my part, all right? I be stressed,
I
all
do
right?
my part too, but I also run a company and I also run 2 other podcasts.
Dude, it's okay. They get their videos out on time.
No, they don't. We're still waiting on a video to come out right now.
Oh my God. Listen, let's just get with the program. Anyway, sorry guys. I sound a little drizzed out. It's because I'm tired, y'all. I did a lot today, okay? Your girl's tired, but it's okay because I got some wine. I love wine. Anyone that knows me knows I'm a wino. So on this episode, I thought it was pretty cool for us to talk about urban community influence and like how it affects, like, I want to say the world would be like fashion, sports, music. I'm gonna just show y'all something real quick. And I also want to get into this because Ethan asked me a really cool question and I wanted to sort of kind of answer his question. So if you would like to let the viewers know what you asked, I feel like you can.
The whole thing started off was when, most people are going to disagree with me, but when Colin Kaepernick started kneeling during the national anthem and created a whole entire rise up. Also, what just happened recently with Nike and Colin Kaepernick was Nike released the 13 original states flag and said that it was racist. And I just want to understand on why, because now Nike took off those shoes. As soon as he said that, they immediately discontinued the shoe and stopped making the shoe. It was a celebration for 4th of July for our independence from the British.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
During the 13th colony's time, what was happening? Like, what was going on? Like, what was the
there was
unfair treatment of
there was
people?
Slavery, and then they were killing the Native Americans, not Indians, because that's improper.
Okay, so, boom. I hate to say it, but this is what I was taught. And this is actually what I learned in college because, in high school education, I feel like they sort of kind of water it down because they don't think that we can process what we really need to process. And also, like I said before, people just don't do their research. And if you don't know, I am Native American. So I take this very seriously. There's no fucking independence. I'm sorry. Y'all can take there's independence for you guys. But for my people, you guys killed us. So I'm sorry. I don't agree with that fucking shoe. Like that, I see why he's upset. And for Native Americans, they would be upset too. So it's not just of the slavery. Yes, that is bad too. But when there's mass genocide, why do you want to buy a shoe like that? And Nike took it down because do you know how many black people wear Nike?
A lot.
Our coworker wears Nike every single day. Their demographic. Like I feel like yes, other races wear Nike, but I feel like I see a lot of black people wearing Nike all the time. So yes, if a black man says, "Hey, that's wrong," and he's an athlete, on top of that,
not anymore, but
no, I thought he was an athlete.
No,
I thought
the
he
NFL
just
kicked him off.
fuck it. You see what happens?
Well, he did.
He did what?
He did.
He nailed.
No, he talked a lot of shit about the NFL.
Good. You know what's crazy, and people need to understand. People only. I hate to sound like this, y'all. Like,
no, just go ahead.
I hate to sound like this because I'm not this person. Like, when you really talk to me in like real life, like, yeah, I have these layers of myself, but I'm not like this 24/7. Like, people think from this show I'm a fucking feminist or radical feminist. Dog, I'm not. I learned about that. I'm not. Do I believe in feminism? Yes. Not a radical feminist. Also, you can take this how you want to. I know how there's different levels of pro-black, but like, I'm not one of those people that is just like, black. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand there's different people to different things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I get passionate about this, it's because I really like, this shit really bothers me.
Yeah.
They use us. Black people are used. Mexicans are used. Every person of color is used, okay? They use us. So guess what? The NFL said, oh, this nigga can't keep his mouth shut. He gotta fucking go. He made another piece of noise. He got to fucking go. But there's freedom of speech, right?
Yeah.
No, you use me to make money for y'all because I'm good in the moment. When I'm quiet, when I'm hushed, when I'm quiet, letting y'all do y'all racist ass shit, I'm quiet. But then, now that I'm standing up for myself and my moral beliefs that make me an individual, it's wrong. I don't like that shit. Don't use me. Don't use me.
All right. Can I just say something
I hate
about
that.
the whole shoe thing about Nike and how you just said that a lot of black people use that shoe? What about Timberland? Do you know the sign at Timberland on how
Brother.
the original sign on Timberlands? It was created by a white man, obviously, and and the tree used to have a noose on it when it first came out. Mm-hmm. So that originally right there, you know how many black people buy Timberlands? A lot.
I know
a
that.
lot of black people buy Timberlands, and they don't know the true story behind the whole Timberland story. Second of all, how Nike originally started, Nike was also racist too. The shit that they were coming out before, if you've seen their original shoes, they're fucked up. Mm-hmm. And the demographics towards it, the commercials that they had, was fucked up.
Of course.
So for Nike, what I hate is that people are such hypocrites. People are such hypocrites because Nike, in the beginning, Nike had these, they profiled people. They profiled people in a certain way. When Jordan came out, who was the person that was on the shoe? Like who? Not the shoe, on the shoe. I mean, who was the person wearing the shoes in the commercials? A black man. So therefore, that's racially profiling themselves.
That's just propaganda.
That is propaganda.
That's propaganda. Everything has propaganda. Everything has propaganda. I'm not knocking what they do. Listen.
And with the whole Colin Kaepernick thing, with the whole NFL, what happened was that it turned out to the point where he started bashing the NFL and started to talk a lot of smack and call everybody racist in the NFL. No, not everybody in the NFL was racist.
Of course not.
There are some people that are in the NFL, I will say, that they're older guys that own the teams that are racist. I will say that wholeheartedly. But not racist. What was the word that I said? They socially profile. What was that? All right. They stereotype. Exactly. They stereotype, and they kept to their old ways. I'll say that, and I'll admit that. But the thing was that Colin Kaepernick was bashing the NFL, was creating parties against the NFL. The NFL lost millions upon millions of dollars.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Let's say you work for a place, right?
Yeah.
And you see that you were unfairly treated because in a meeting, somebody said something to you or did something to you in the heat of the moment that was disrespectful in a way, that was sort of kind of you didn't agree with. Granted, yes, you do have a job and you're a public figure and you make this amount of bread, but let me just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then you stand up for yourself in a way that isn't loud. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you know what?
It's minimal.
When this person talks to me, I'm gonna look the other way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he worked for this place, right?
Yeah.
He did his part, right? And the one time that he said, I'm going to use my platform, because don't forget, this was a time where people were like, celebrities don't do anything. They don't use their platform for anything. They just sit here and they twiddle their thumbs and make their millions. So he said, you know what? I do have money. Let me just do something that people will see and wonder why I'm doing it. And the organization that he works for turned their fucking back on him. So I don't feel bad for him doing that shit. Let me tell you something. When I got fired from Best Buy, you bet your bottom dollar my ass said, I ain't ever going back in that bitch. I ain't working here. I'm burning on my shirts. Where's my fire pit? Let me get some wood. I was like, fuck it. Everything's going away. What? Badges? Tossing it. Yeah. I didn't give a fuck. Yeah. I was gone because I felt underappreciated in a way. You feel me? So, and if he felt like that, I'm not saying what he's doing right now. I'm not saying, yeah, be petty, do that shit. But I'm saying if he felt like that in the moment, then he is okay to do that. He is human. He's okay to feel. And I'm proud of him for using his platform and doing that. Did it cost him? Yeah. Yes. But I'm sorry. At least someone's fucking doing it.
Can I just say something?
Go ahead.
All right. So all right. So when he has freedom of speech, of course, we all have freedom of speech. We can do whatever we want.
Grab him by the pussy, right?
Grab him by
the pussy, right?
Do whatever we want.
Grab him by the pussy, right?
Say whatever we want. All right. But the thing is that Colin Kaepernick. So he had a platform. He's famous. He can do whatever he wants. He can say whatever he wants. He can literally be like, I hate white people. I hate black people. I hate Asians. He can do whatever he wants because that dude is a millionaire. Like, no matter what he does, it won't affect him because he's a millionaire and he has money. But you know what happened that affected all the other people? What about the people that actually work for the NFL? The people who work in the NFL, work in the stadiums. Less and less people went to the stadiums. Less and less people went.
Gives a fuck.
But that's the thing is he was standing.
Ethan, let me ask you a question.
Wait. Can I finish? He was finished. He was saying what he did. You know what? I'll give him that. He had a lot of balls. He had a lot of balls for doing that. And you know what? Most people won't do that shit. He was in front of fucking millions of people and he did that. I'll give him the kudos to that. I'll give him the kudos for that and standing up for what he believed in. And I understand. And you know what? I understand where he goes and I understand where he believes in, what his views are. And I completely understand that. And you know what? I go by it somewhat. All right. But the thing is that when he knelt, the thing is that when he knelt down, you understand what the American flag stands for? Freedom, right? Freedom. But do you not understand on the people who are in the military? They fall. We're having a little technical difficulties. But do you not understand? It should be good. All right, let's hope it's good. But there's a little bit of Velcro over here, guys.
Sorry, guys. We're still revamping the place and making it more homely. Yeah, so just
you
bear
guys
with
gotta like
us,
this, by the
okay?
way. All right, you guys gotta love this.
Just bear with us.
But understand that that U.S. military people literally die every single day, and I'm not talking about the people who are out there killing other people and all that. What's happened in Syria, what happened in Iraq and everything. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the guys who are part of the U.S. embassy and stuff, and they're going out to like Africa, and they're helping people out in Africa, and they're literally being shipped out just so they can fucking die and be out in this jungle area so they could be under attack and ambushed, or when they're going to Iraq and they're doing what they think that they know that they stand for, and they're doing it for their country because they believe in that and serving your country, and they're going out there and they're getting blown up and killed because they want to save other people who are getting beheaded because of what they believe in.
Ethan.
But I'm just saying, it pisses me off because after all that happened, when he knelt, people, African Americans and white people, the Antifas, the feminists, the protagonists, even Black Panthers, they actually came back, we're standing and gathering up and burning fucking American flags. And I know I touched upon that, and it absolutely disgusts me inside my mind and everything. But if that went a different way, I'd have different views on Colin Kaepernick. All right, I would tell you that. I would have different views. It wouldn't affect me at all. I wouldn't mind that he knelt, but the way
you can't sit here and see. This is where you got. I'm sorry. No. That's where y'all got. That's where y'all got people fucked up. Just because he did something for what he believed in, you cannot sit here and say that it's his fault that these people who have their own minds and are their own people went and burnt the fucking flag. They are different. They are not him. He peacefully protested. Other people said, "Fuck." Boom. Prime example. Malcolm X didn't understand why Martin Luther King wanted to peacefully protest. He said, why the fuck are we peacefully protesting when that shit hasn't done nothing for us? Yeah. Right or wrong?
Right.
So he said, fuck it. I'm about to raise hell, right? Mm-hmm. And Martin was still peacefully protesting. I'm not comparing Colin Kaepernick to Martin Luther King, but what I'm saying is with that analysis.
No, it was a peaceful protest, and I understand where you're coming from.
Okay, so just because these fucking assholes wanted to go through and make it cause hell, you cannot blame that on him. You cannot sit here and say because he knelt, because he peacefully knelt when he was doing his job that he gets paid for, and he has freedom of speech. He's the reason why all these niggas went crazy. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I can't respect him for that because you know what? People in the military went over to these places. I don't give a fuck about what the fuck they did because I'm sorry. No, I don't care. When my people are dying, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I'm sorry. I understand y'all dying over there because I do have family in the military as well. Yeah. I understand y'all dying over there, but what's happening right now where I can actually do something, this is what's happening. So let me tend to this real quick. Y'all handling that, I'm going to handle this.
Yep.
So no, I don't care. Sorry, I don't. I understand where you're coming from, but we can strongly agree to disagree on this one. And I said what I said, and I'm not going back on it, and I don't give a fuck.
All right. Well,
Wine Randy coming out. I'm sorry. That shit just made me hot.
all right. Well, all right. We'll just agree.
You be bugging out, Ethan.
I be bugging out.
This man be bugging out
all the time. I just have my certain views on things.
This man be bugging out, y'all.
But listen.
This bitch be stressed up in this motherfucker. Let me just, I think we also need to talk about maybe one day. We need to talk about why people and why black people don't fuck with the national anthem and the Star Spangled Banner. Maybe we should touch on that too.
Why?
Not right now. I'm not gonna get that hot. Oh hell no. Then I'm gonna have to take off my sweater. Gonna get so heated in this motherfucker. Like, we ain't doing that today. That's for another episode. This is gonna be a continuation episode because I can just tell that I'm gonna just be at home.
It's gonna lead on to it.
Smoking a blunt, and I'm gonna be like, this nigga really said, oh, wait till we go back. I'm gonna be on my phone typing, y'all. I'm gonna be like, this motherfucker.
She writes the scripts, by the way. I don't write any of this. She's the one that comes up with most of the topics. So, and I like it because it doesn't give me time to think. It just gives me time to just rebuttal.
It's like on your feet. Let's see what you think.
Yeah, it's literally like I don't know anything.
But in all fairness, I don't want you to think I write this weeks before. I write this on Wednesdays. When we record, I write this. Like I'll be sitting at work and I'll be like, I'm gonna set aside time, like an hour or an hour and a half. So I'm gonna just write 2 scripts real quick.
Yeah.
And I won't look at them ever again. I'll be like, fuck it. When I come here, I'm like, fuck, there's a typo. Shit, what was I trying to say in that sentence?
Yeah.
Was I high at that time? But yeah. All right. Want to say something else?
Well, I don't really I don't totally hate the man. It's just, he had his freedom of speech. As I said before, he could do whatever the fuck he wants. It's just my whole view on people who are influencers and they have a say in everything, right? Because people with money, they all have a say. Money shows. It really does. You have money, you could show shit. All right? So it's just, when it comes to a celebrity, it needs to take time to think. With him, it was kind of like really spontaneous. No one knew
Everyone
anything.
was just watching the game. They were like,
everyone's just like,
is this motherfucker kneeling?
It literally just panned in and it was just him kneeling, and then it just went back. Everyone was just like, what the fuck? And they even paused the game. They were just,
get up!
They were talking about it. They're like, wasn't that Colin Kaepernick that he was just kneeling? Why was he kneeling? And he had his hand up for Black Power and everything. Had his hand.
All day, baby.
What? All right, so he did still have his hand across his heart, which I did like. All right, he still had his hand across his heart, and he did the Black Power thing, Black Power movement sign.
So that you know what that means, right?
The Black Power.
You know what that means, right?
Which one? I thought that was like what the Black Panthers created. I thought they created that.
No, this.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about I feel like the significance of him doing that was, don't think because I'm helping my people right now, I'm also not in unity with y'all.
Yeah.
So I just want everyone to everyone hates him, but he's not like, fuck all y'all, I'm kneeling. He's like, yeah, I love y'all, I'm kneeling. That's it.
But he's pulling a Kanye West.
Oh,
no, I'm just saying it is because people do say that Kanye West supports Donald Trump, right?
He fucking does.
He does.
Oh,
but the thing is,
don't give me great.
What my friends were wait, can I just say something?
We don't claim him
what me
in
and my friends
community.
had a epiphany on is what we were talking about is that you love someone no matter what. Like no matter what they say, no matter what they do, and it's like it even goes into like a religious perspective and a faithful perspective of like how you turn the left cheek when you get hit, like turn the right cheek, left cheek, whatever it is. I think me and him, like my friend Demir, he's black, and we were thinking about it, and he actually brought that up to me. He goes, Kanye West doesn't love Donald Trump. I mean, he doesn't support Donald Trump. He loves him through everything he does, and I kind of sort of believe that because like no matter what, like Hillary Clinton, I don't support what she does, and some of the shit that she said was just bonkers, but, like, I'm not going to go out and I'm not going to fucking say, I want this bitch dead. I want this bitch killed. Like, I'm not going to say that because...
Of course, but...
Because that's just, like... But, like, you see people around here, like, they're fucking... It's even, like, even... It's just really coming down, guys. It's really coming down.
Should we just take
Support?
it down right now?
We'll just take a little rebuttal time with it. All right. We are back, guys. We just had to fix our fucking props over here because they're coming down. We're a little bit cheap today.
Shit got crazy.
Well, we bought all this by Five Below, so Five Below, you want to sponsor us? I mean, come on.
One thing that I wanted to say really fast.
If we're looking at our phones, we're not trying to be disrespectful. Our script's on here, so I can't have my laptop here anymore because it's too distracting. It's so fucking huge. I noticed it. It's too huge.
It's
too
like
big.
a briefcase. So the reason why I said also that I just feel like that shouldn't be monetized. Like, I get it. That's where we came from. It came a long way. Woo, woo, woo. We came from the 13 colonies. And then, no, I get that. But I just feel like certain things shouldn't be monetized. Like, I want to be over here, like, going to the store, looking for a shirt with a noose on it.
No.
I want to be like, yo, that's fashion. Put me on. No, like, I wouldn't do that. But the thing
was is that, you know what happened is that, you know what they did in the war when we were getting our independence? They told the African Americans that if they helped us out, like, they were Americans, they were Americans. So if they helped out the soldiers, they would get their freedom. In the South was complete. There wasn't a South, actually. Because it's the North. Like, the 13 colonies was the North. Mm-hmm. And that was the side that wanted people to be free. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's kind of hard to digest when the South happened. That's when it started to go heavily progressed into slavery.
But also, that's why the South is just so different now, too. When you go down there, it's really not like... Black people up here are jaded.
What do you mean?
Unless they really know their history. But I feel like black people up here are just really jaded, and...
I feel like it's complete opposite. When I went down south and everything, they call everything different. Like, when they call the Civil War something else. They don't call it the Civil War.
No, I'm saying, they know their history. Like things that we...
Oh, people in the South?
Yeah, like...
Oh, God, yeah, they know what happened.
So it's different. That's what I mean by we're jaded up here. Like, we don't really have... Because it didn't derive up here like that, we don't have the drive to learn about it. But since it was so down there and people really crazy down there.
You want to know why? Because what happened down south is where it all happened. That's where everything was going on. Up here was just like, if the black people down south get their freedom, okay, that's great. That's exactly what happened. Yeah. So it's like, when you come to understanding when the 13 colonies, that was a huge fucking step for people. It was a huge step. It was even a huge step for African Americans, because African Americans were coming here in the idea of living free, right? They came here in the idea of living free. The ones that didn't get shipped here from becoming slaves from Africa, the ones that actually were from Europe, which Europe didn't even really have slavery there. They only had
indentured servants.
Yeah, indentured servants and stuff.
That's the same thing with Africa. Because people love to say Africans enslaved themselves. We were indentured slaves, and that was to pay off debts. Like, let's say I borrowed like a shovel and I lost the shovel. I would then have to work for the family, and then I'd be released. Nigga, I wasn't over here.
But it was like, that's what happened. And black people came to America for wanting for freedom, especially people from Africa. They were riding boats, underneath boats, hiding in crates and shit. Just become free.
Can you believe that? Like, this is what happened.
Yeah. You know what I think is
this is what happened.
You know what I think is funny is, like, you say that you weren't really taught about, like, your ancestors and everything really much, but, like, I went all my schools, like, that's what they mainly taught about. Like, Black History Month, like, my school threw a huge fucking, like, no, like, they threw this, like, huge lesson thing where that's all we were learning about for a whole entire, like, couple months. But the thing is that what I'm trying to get here is that we were learning about what was going on.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, man. All right. Black History Month. So I spend all these months learning about everything else, right? And you give me a fucking month, 28 days.
Yep. 28,
sometimes 29 days to learn, to really cram in and digest. Mm-hmm. What the fuck happened? And then on top of that, it's watered down. Yep. You tell me some bullshit just so that you can say that it passes for Black History Month. If you don't get your ass on, Ethan, stop playing with me today, please. Please don't play with me like that today.
That's not what
don't
I meant.
play with me like
That's
that.
not what I meant, though. That's not what I meant. And listen, you're not getting what I meant. You're not getting what I meant. When I went to school, right? When
you
I went
said
to
you
school,
learned. I get what you're saying, but you're saying that I didn't. When I mean I didn't learn about my history, like. What? I feel like I know more about Christopher Columbus and what he did than fucking black people. I know about Martin Luther King, his wife. I know about fucking Malcolm X, his what he did. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I know about slavery. Yeah. I don't know about the goddesses and the fucking kings and queens in Africa. They want to make it seem like people in Africa are nothing.
Yeah.
Like we didn't invent half the shit that y'all niggas are using. Stop playing with me.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Now
don't
I understand.
Do that.
Now
man.
I understand where she's coming from.
This is crazy.
Now I understand where she's coming from.
This is just. I'm at a loss. I'm stressed.
Now I understand
I'm stressed.
Now I understand where Randy's coming from. Yes, we didn't learn anything about Africa. We didn't learn anything about like
and
the
every time we
queens
did
and
it, every
kings.
time we see anything for propaganda, is feed this little African kid 5 cents. Do you not understand how beautiful Africa is?
Mm-hmm. It's gorgeous.
How the technology that it has.
Well, with everything.
Come on, man. But they just want to see all the negativity. They just want to teach people the negativity stuff. They don't want to let people. Since the beginning of time, they don't want people to They don't want black people to succeed, bruh.
I think it stops. I think they stopped teaching it after Egypt.
They don't want people. They don't want us. They don't want people to see us as they can actually do something good for themselves. They always want to make it seem like we fucking need help. Like we need a fucking handout, and that's just so like that breaks my heart.
Can I ask you something? What do you think people should do about that then?
First of all, educate yourself. There's so much. We're at a time where you can go on Google and educate yourself. Like again, I don't want to sound like I'm just so pro-black, but I know where I came from, and I know the shit that we've been through, and I know how we can get better. And I'm just trying to make it get better. Like it just makes me sad. It makes me sad that people still view people and view us in a certain way. And we can only do that by stop falling into these stereotypes. You feel me? And we have to, again, educate ourselves. Don't just go with what they taught us in school because they ain't teaching us nothing. They teaching us shit to get us by, to make us seem happy, to just, you know what? They want something to learn about their history. Take this fucking month.
Yeah.
Shut up. Do your little Black History Project, girl. Mm-hmm. That shit is sick.
Yeah.
That shit is sick.
All right, so now I understand where I thought you were talking about, like, about like Martin Luther King type stuff, like slavery. That was happening. I thought you were talking about that.
We learned about that. That's what they kept teaching us. We learned about that. Did anyone else learn anything new, or am I bugging? Am I acting?
No, it's the same thing for about 100 years.
So then,
not 100 years, actually 50 years.
All right, so I'm not bugging because man. Y'all niggas.
I would say I would like to learn about how Africa, because I don't know how fucking Africa started. Like, I really don't. Like, seriously, I don't know how Uganda came to Ethiopia, South Africa. I don't know how any of those places came. Like, even Egypt. They didn't even talk about how Egypt started.
Do you know how many white South Africans there are?
South Africa is predominantly white.
Blonde hair, blue eyes.
Yeah.
Blonde hair, blue eyes. It baffled my mind. When I'm working at Best Buy, I said, "Sir, where are you from? You have a beautiful accent. Where are you from? I know you're not from here."
South Africa.
And I said, "What? Looking like your name should be Jacob. Hold up. Wait a minute. What the hell?"
I was actually supposed to go to South Africa and help out at the orphanages and stuff that were there, but the village that was right next to it burned down the whole entire fucking orphanage.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was a civil war going on. Still going on.
I know this topic went everywhere. This was a segment from Trending Topics, all right? So what we're doing is we're offering you guys segments, you know what I'm saying, sort of kind of giving you different elements to the show that we can still give our opinions on. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So this was just a more serious trending topic, and it's because Ethan asked me this question. I really wanted to dive into it because I feel like it's cool to have a conversation like this. Yeah. And at the end of this, we agreed to disagree, and Randy got emotional.
And at the end of the day, me and Randy still are friends, cool. And we don't hate each other.
At all.
So understand that. I understand why you guys think that you don't understand why we don't hate each other so much.
It's easy.
It's because we're not fucking stupid. We don't handle ourselves by emotion.
And you can always learn from somebody else.
Exactly. You understand two views.
So on a lighter note, this trending topic is pretty sexy, might I say.
Chris Brown? Is that what you...
Let's talk about that bitch sucking that cucumber. Hold up. Because there's a lot.
I don't even fucking know what this is.
You didn't see the video?
No, I don't. I like Chris Brown. I like old Chris Brown. I don't like new Chris Brown.
Wait, no, this is a whole different thing. This is the infamous cucumber. Yes, this is B. We're only on B, baby.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Chris Brown.
Chris Brown's coming next. So look at this cucumber video really quick. We're gonna.
Is it the lady that like it's like
Is
long ass one?
deep throat.
I'm not
in
gonna
the
do it because that's fucking gay. But like, fuck.
I
I remember seeing that because my friends and we were in middle school, and we would see the girls that do that shit, and then we're just
But
like.
this was recently. She was going sick with it.
I once seen a lady, like this girl at this party, like did a party trick, and she took a clown balloon thing and she shoved it down her whole entire throat. And I've also seen a girl one time. It was this weird show that I went to in New York, and it was one of those sex shows that they have. And she took a horse dildo and she shoved it all the way down her throat, like completely down, like to where her fucking stomach lining is. And it was just nuts. I was just like, how the fuck do you do that?
Well, think about that. This video was like that. It was just she was just sucking a cucumber, going sick, like to the point where niggas was like,
Did she wrap it up at least?
hold up.
Did she wrap it up? You know, some cucumbers can have some pesticides on them.
No, she didn't. She was going, let me see if I could find it so that you could just see a little snippet. But like, no, it was crazy, like to the point where people were getting out of relationships because of it. Like celebrities were breaking up with their boyfriend and girlfriends over it because of this cucumber video, because people were just.
What?
Yes, like, okay, boom. Reginae Carter, which is Lil Wayne's daughter, was going out with a rapper, YFN Lucci. And
was he watching it?
His boy posted it on his page, and he put the little eyeball situation. Like, he was like, God damn, look at that bitch sucking that cucumber. You know what I'm saying? And Reginae commented on it and was like, you're a fucking clown.
That's so stupid.
Because
it's so stupid.
Because she just couldn't understand. She couldn't understand why he would like something like that. Sorry guys, I'm trying to find the video for him. Don't think nothing of it. So you know, she broke up with him and was like, you know what, nigga, you crazy. Like, I don't want to do that. And let me just say something. The reason why I brought this up is because I asked 3 questions when I thought about this. Is it classy? Is she a hoe for doing it? And should people treat her differently?
All right. Can I start? Because I want you to rebuttal after. What was the first question? Is it classy? I have it right here. So is it classy, you said? Is it classy? I'm old school. You know, if she's not dating anybody, you know, she can do whatever the fuck she wants. Like, it's her body, you know, it's her video, it's her platform, whatever. She can do whatever she wants. To me, that's not classy, but there's a whole nother trend that's going around that's fine. But like, I say it's not classy because I'm different and I'm kind of old school type of person. You know, hold the door for a woman, all that shit. Is she a hoe for doing it? That is like kind of hard to say because fucking people are just like, as I said, it's a new trend that's going around. You know, I understand what my perspective. I can't talk shit because, you know, I do have sex, and
I ain't sucking no fucking cucumber and uploading it to
right,
my
yeah.
Instagram.
But like,
I made twerk for fun to show y'all that this booty can jiggle.
What the difference between a hoe and a slut is. That's like, that confuses the fuck out of me. Apparently, there's 2 differences.
Bro, a slut is like when we're in 6th grade and you're talking to someone's fucking boyfriend. And she's like, you're a fucking slut. And
what's a hoe? A hoe like fucks a lot of
guys. A hoe is probably an advanced slut. Like, I don't know the levels to this shit. It must be an advanced
and
slut.
Shall she be treated differently? The only time she'll be treated differently is she's going for a fucking job application. They fucking see her. Oh, weren't you sucking on a cucumber? You know, that's the only thing that should be probably treated differently. Guys won't treat her differently because fucking, you know, that's a girl sucking a whole entire cucumber. Actually, you know what? Let me take that back because Randy's sucking her lips and I see her. And
a guy's going to be like, a guy's not going to be like, let me take this bitch to Ruth Chris real quick and spend $400 on her to get a steak and some shrimp and some mashed potatoes and some broccoli. He's going to be like, what's the easiest way she can pop this shit in her mouth and show me what she did on that cucumber? Because this is insane. Like, can she really do it or can she not really do it? That's what they're thinking. So, yes, she is going to be treated differently. Guys ain't going to be like,
and I think that's what
most girls... ring on it.
I think that's why most girls do that shit, too.
What?
Those type of videos to, like, show off.
That's all you're doing?
It's like, it's just show off. And it's just like to be like, I'm the baddest bitch.
Listen.
You know, I think, can I explain the difference of a bad bitch? You want to see a bad bitch? Go to fucking Mexico and see a cartel woman. That's a fucking bad bitch. A woman that can hold an AK-47 and not have a problem shooting you, that's a bad bitch. And look sexy at the point with that, that's a bad bitch. A bad bitch is not a woman. A bad bitch is not a woman who could suck a certain amount of dick in a certain amount of way. That's not a bad bitch.
That's your friend.
Huh? I just want to say that.
I'm talking to the camera woman.
Like, what?
So then you're trying to tell me that every girl that's working, taking care of their family, putting food.
That's a bad bitch.
That should be a bad bitch.
That's a bad bitch.
Down the street.
That's a bad bitch. I'll say that. That's a bad bitch.
Holding an AK-47.
Right.
Drug cartel.
Taking care of themselves first.
Yes, of course. Of course, taking care of themselves. Not gonna hear. I don't think they're gonna hear Amber, but like she just said, what about a woman that's like taking care of her kids, doing her work and everything? I think I just made Amber in her feels, but
that should be number one. You over here talking about
I know I'm a bad bitch. Calm down.
It's just you're over here talking about going to Mexico.
No, I just
finding a cartel.
You can go to any of the towns around here and find the same dirty little girl running around doing the same thing, and she's not a bad bitch. Everybody's gonna look at her and be like, "Oh, you're nasty and fucking stupid for doing that."
What do you mean?
Just being dumb and outlandish. I feel like
dumb and outlandish. All right, I understand that. I was talking about. All right, let me rephrase that. I was talking about a woman that I've seen on freaking BuzzFeed, and they were talking about it was this drug cartel woman, and she was hot as fuck. I'll admit it, she was hot as fuck. But the thing was just that she was carrying an AK, she was shooting an AK, and she was handling business. I personally say that was a bad bitch. But what Amber was trying to say is that, you know, the women that are taking care of their kids, doing all the work and everything, and, you know, being on the grind. Yes, that is a bad bitch. I would say that's a definition of a bad bitch.
You don't
she
even
didn't have to have kids. She's just taking care of her shit and everything.
You don't even find that, but you don't find that often anymore. That's what makes it.
I know, because everybody fucking feels like this world owes them something. But we're getting off topic. And shall she be treated differently? Yes, she's going to be treated differently no matter what, because this is the world that we live in. So, okay. And controversy, whatever.
Here's my take on it. Is she a hoe? No. She just know how to suck dick good. Because she could be showing y'all her skills, but that don't mean she's doing it for everybody else.
Yeah, that doesn't mean she's sucking dick on Anderson.
Two, is she classy? I wouldn't say putting yourself out there like that on Instagram is classy. Hey, shit, I know I twerk on Instagram, so I know people find that classless. But hey, fuck it. I do what I want. You do what you want. You get it how you live. She's chilling. Will I say people should look at her differently?
Shut the door.
I would feel like people are going to view her differently. Like I said, guys are going to look at her like, damn, I just want to pop that thing in her mouth real quick. And girls are going to be like, dang, bitch, why you have to show the world what you do? But I feel like, hey, we're adults here.
Just jealous.
And it's not jealousy. It's not jealousy. I feel like females are still so. Guys are more okay with sexual things. You know what I'm saying? Guys are more desensitized to that, and I feel like
hormones.
And I feel like females are more so like,
fucking do it, bro.
And I feel like females are more so like, sex in public or sex in the public eye where people can sexualize you. That shit's still weird for them. Granted, females dress extra sexy and they sexualize themselves. Look, I did air quotes. That's not me. That's what they think. Sexualize themselves. I feel like that's where shit gets weird.
Yeah. I think, like, because I've seen that before. I follow a lot of people on Instagram, and I actually know some people from Germany, and they're called the Zo clan, the Zozo clan, whatever it's called. It's like this. It's weird to me. It's a weird clan, but it's mostly filled with like lesbians and like trans people. They just like speak out about like it's like softcore porn, what they do, and they're just out in public doing it. Like there's this one woman where she had two boxes. One had where you could reach and feel her tits, and then another one you can reach in and finger the shit out of her.
Wow, Jesus.
And like guys and women were going up to her and fingering the shit out of her, and feeling her pussy and feeling her tits. This was out in public in Europe. They were just
Europe. I feel like Europe people are more free though. They're more liberated.
Yeah, they are. Because they don't give a fuck. Because their government is literally, their government's gonna be ran by a baby pretty soon, so it doesn't really fucking matter. You know, tiny little baby controlling what you do.
Can we just backtrack to something? Because I just had a flashback. Remember when you said that people of money and everything? You don't have to touch upon this right now, but this just came to my mind. People of money have a big influence. Why is your president still in office for saying that he's going to grab a bitch by the pussy? I know people still ask that question, but I feel like if people have an issue with whatever everybody else has an issue with, and niggas is getting fired left and right, he should have been fired because that is rape.
That was his business, but he can't get fired.
Grab him by the pussy.
But he can't get fired from his own business.
But he's president.
I know he's
who wants
president.
But who? Okay. So what happened if Obama said grab him by the pussy? What if he was like, Michelle, I'm gonna come grab him by the pussy? What if he said that? What do you think?
The same thing would happen to Donald Trump. People are going to try to impeach him.
You think Obama would still be in office? Come on now, be real. Do you think Obama would still be in office?
Do you know how many fucking votes Obama got? It was ridiculous.
No,
That's like a landslide.
But let me actually think about it. Just flip the person. If Donald would, do you think?
Flip it? No. I don't think he'll get impeached or anything. I don't think
they'll be okay.
No, they won't be okay with it. But it'll just be like the same fucking thing that happens to every single. Look at Bill Clinton. I did not have sexual relationships with that woman.
I feel like that was a lie. In the lie detector determined, he should have went out Maury for that shit.
In
the lie detector determined, that was a lie.
That man should have confessed to that shit. That man should have confessed to that shit because it would have been better for him.
I don't know. I just had that quick thought. I just didn't know.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from, and I get where a lot of people come from, and I hate it when they always mention that because grab her by the pussy.
That was really
How many
crazy.
Fucking rappers in this world?
No, see, they're rappers. Rappers talk like that. There's a difference. When you're trying to be president, and when I'm fucking Migos, I'm gonna talk about grabbing her by the pussy with my goddamn golds in my mouth. When I'm fucking president, I ain't gonna be. You have to act when you're in that type of power.
It's about the influence, because Migos and everything. My little brother was listening to a Migos song when he was 4. I want to say he was singing the songs word by word. He's like, "Fucking bitch, do suck puss, do the coke." I was just like, I looked at him, I was like, "Joey, what the fuck you saying, bro?" I was just in my car, just driving, right? I was just driving. The song came on. He's like, "I love this shit." I was like, "Joey, where the fuck did my little boy go?" I was like, "Where'd you learn this song? Where'd you hear this shit?" He's like, "Mom." I was like, "All right, but where? On the radio?" And I was like, "Okay, isn't that supposed to be desensitized?" I'm just saying, it's there's a certain amount of influence to a person has. And with Donald Trump, he's president, guys. He's president. Get the fuck over it.
Yeah, no, we're not mad no more. We just might have this nigga president another again. That's when we're gonna be mad. If he president again, that's when there's gonna be a riot. Don't put me in that category. Listen, I did my part. I voted. My vote was declined. So
you guys are gonna be pissed.
I'm good. They're gonna be pissed.
Your vote wasn't declined because we're in Massachusetts.
My vote was definitely declined.
No, it wasn't.
They looked at my vote and said, "This girl, the fuck she know? I'm gonna just change it."
But Massachusetts voted for Donald Trump. I mean, for not Donald Trump, for Hillary Clinton.
Oh, my vote mattered.
Yeah, the electoral vote.
look.
Yeah, the electoral vote rate.
April Fool. Gotcha. I was going through when this came through. I said, "Oh, the one time I took voting serious, they did me this dirty."
It was my first time ever voting too. I was so excited. I still have the sticker from when I voted too.
Hell no! I remember you came into work dumb happy.
I was like, "I voted today."
He was feeling his oats embarrassed. He told me who. I said, "Oh, we ain't finna fire this in right now." He's still gonna work here.
I was like, "What the fuck? Who the fuck did you vote for?" Bro, let me give you a fucking lesson here. Barack Obama. All right.
So sorry, I'm in stretch. I'm just going through it over here. This wine is passing through my veins. All right. Boom. I'm going to skip. No, okay. Another little trending topic of the day was Chris Brown's little controversy talking about he only wants to fuck with black bitches with good hair. I'm gonna just rule this favor. I'm gonna just talk for myself. I don't give a fuck because listen, when it comes to me, myself, and I know, I understand. My hair is good underneath this hat that I wear. It's good. My hair is beautiful. I just choose not to do it right now because it's growing.
Just start wearing. I told you.
Listen. If I can't get to work on time right now with what I got, what in the absolute fuck makes you think I'm gonna get to work anywhere close to time I'm supposed to be? Right now.
I don't know why you do it for work.
Because I go out, me and are out in the community.
Oh, yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
Oh, my
I'll blurp it out.
God.
We'll blurp it out.
Anyways.
We really just fucked up there.
So So with that being said, I know my hair is good. Self-love, self-care, that shit doesn't matter to me. I feel like females need to stop just getting so mad and irritated about everything. Like, everything does not need to be a problem. Bitch stuck in the fucking cucumber doesn't need to be a problem. It ain't you, it ain't your girl. Don't worry about it. She want to do what she do. Let her get it how she lives. She just collected a fucking bag. Stop blocking people's blessings. Just because you won't do it don't mean no one else can do it.
She ain't collecting from the video. Probably.
Listen, she probably the amount of followers she just got. Come on, stop playing with her. You know, Instagram said, "Let me just hand you a check real quick. Figure out what you can do real quick, and make it work."
Actually, Instagram doesn't support that stuff.
Really?
No, it's against their guidelines. Yeah, I told you she's not gonna get anything for it.
Damn. She got flued out a couple times though.
Yeah, she probably got.
She
flued
definitely
out.
got flued
She's
out.
gonna make money no matter what because she's gonna become famous. So it doesn't really matter. She
Do
can
club
support,
appearances.
Yeah, she do club appearances.
The bitch stuck in the cucumber.
She gets sponsored by erotic like websites and shit like him and her.
The
like,
lingerie.
Yeah, the lingerie shit. So it doesn't really matter. She's gonna get money.
She probably collected the bag, and it's Chris Brown shit, girl. If you know that underneath your bundles, your hair is amazing and flourishing, because baby, don't get it twisted. Underneath bundles, we're not bald. It's just we're preserving our hair. We ain't got time to be doing these bantu knots, twist out, braid outs, goddamn ponytail. We don't got time to do that shit every morning. So just know, if your hair is good, you look beautiful. Fuck it. Don't let what these guys are saying affect you. Also, think about it like this. That's his preference. Who gives a fuck? We have preferences. You say you don't want to fuck with no broke nigga who don't got a car,
crackheads,
who has pimples, all that. You say what you don't like. That's just him stating what he don't like in his art. He has the right. He writes music. That's how he feels. Period. Point blank. I rest my case. Fuck y'all.
So can I just say something? Like, all right. So now we're on that topic where Chris Brown, how he's prefacing. Is it bad that a guy doesn't? Is it bad that a person doesn't want to date a black person?
No.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why. Because there's certain races that a black person doesn't want to date themselves. Every day you go on Twitter, you'll see a black girl say, I don't want to date a Haitian. I don't want to date a Jamaican. I don't want to date this. I don't want to date a Spanish guy. That's people's preferences.
My sister was the same way as like me. Like for some reason, my dad, like for some reason, my family, like we don't like dating. Like it's not because of color. It's just like, we just don't. Like my dad, he loved white women, like absolutely loved white women. That's why he was with my mom for a little while until they got divorced because it's two fuckers. But like my sister did not. She's never was interested into a black man, except for one kid. One kid she was, and I prefer a white girl, a skinny white girl, crackhead. But
again,
yeah,
people. Oh man, this just leads into the fetishes that people have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I know people who went to Westfield State that are racist as fuck, but will fuck
a black woman,
a black man.
Yeah, I know.
Listen,
I know.
The Kardashians. Look at them in unison. All almost got babies except for Kourtney and Kendall by black men. There's nothing wrong with it, but there's a fetish issue going on.
Yeah.
You don't. And this, man. We're gonna have to do a continuation of this episode. Let me tell you something right now. It's just like this, right? Oh my God. How am I gonna put this without sounding so terrible? It's basically like.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Because you're like, my image is not tarnished this episode. This nigga.
No, because I like this episode. I like it.
It's like this, right?
And we're fucking talking time with Randy. We can say whatever the fuck we want, or not, whatever. Just
Get Out. Get Out was a good symbolization of this. They don't want us to be us. They want to be us in a way. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this. Boom, boom, boom. When a black person is a white female, I feel like people look at it as like, oh, that's not so bad. She's going to bring up his value like we're fucking stock. All right? So, yes. People.
I'll agree with you on that one. My family, like, when my mom
this shit
dated
is
my dad. My mom dated my dad. My family called my dad like a dumb N-word, like they were bad. And then my mom had me, and everything changed because little half black, half white kid with afros coming out of the womb.
And guess what? That's okay now. And that's okay now. You know what?
They fell in love with me. That's the thing, they fell in love with me, and they're just like, all right, we'll accept this guy.
What did I say in like one of the first episodes? Back when it went to slavery. What did the white man say?
I can't remember.
We need 10 of us to be one of them.
Oh, with the slavery thing that was going on.
Just with manual labor, all that. What we could do, the strength that we had.
Oh yeah, those. It was literally there was how many?
So then, right
average,
now,
it was like 240 black people that are on a plantation, and there was only like at least 7 white men that were watching them.
and then guess what? Who was feeding little babies? Who was feeding Master's babies? We were. Our nutrition was making their kids healthy, right? All right, cool, right? So, let me see if I have a mulatto baby. He's half black, half white. Wow. He'll have the strength of a black man, but the wit of a white person? Is that like, come on, man.
That's not
like,
true. First of all, I am fat and I have
It's not
nothing.
even that. That's just what people think. Like, we have to just open our eyes real quick. That's what some people really actually sit here and think, and it's
I do have
sad.
good strength though.
It's sad, and I don't think that's right. And so I feel like if you can't get down with us and hold us down and love us for what we are and the passion that we have and the ambition that we have, don't fuck with us, period. Don't come try and fuck me. No, leave me alone. If you can't sit here and authentically love who I am for me, leave me the fuck alone and don't come cloud my space. And I don't care if it's because if it's something that we bring. When you, man,
I love when
listen to Gary Owens when he talks about his black queen, man. He's a comedian, and how he talks about her and how he really sit here and he be talking to these white people on his Instagram. Yes. I
think I know who you're talking about. Did he do a Netflix special?
Yes.
All right, I know who you're talking about.
It's just crazy.
I've seen that episode. He's pretty fucking funny.
It's not even that he's funny. It's just how he uplifts her and how he understands us black people more so than I feel like more black people understand themselves, man. And I'm not giving him credit because he's like the air quotes token white man who's married to a black girl who understands it. I feel like he really truthfully can get it up here. Like, it's deeper than just this skin color. Like, why can't we just be people? Like, how come it really is a problem if a white man is dating a black woman? Like, what is so wrong with that interracial shit? What's the problem with loving someone else who is not like you? I can help you out. Trust me.
Can I say something?
I can help you out, nigga. You will be smarter than you ever were when you stepped to me. Right. The knowledge that you will have, fucking amazing.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead, man. Ethan be doing this to me on purpose.
Can I say something? No, I don't do any. I like to bring up topics though, and this is content. So what about like, so white people say that like white people should stay with white people, right? You know how people have those what's that fucking word?
They feel like their races should be with their races.
Yeah, the races should be racist. I've seen this before. Like my family, my other side of the family, my black side of my family, they didn't want, like, they did the same thing to my mom. Like they hated my mom because she was white. They wanted my not my dad. They just, like, my dad's side, like his dad, like they didn't really like white people, and they all just like dated black people and like just had kids and families with black people because they just like they hated white people. And I just want to touch upon that because like I don't understand like why, like, you know
what Ali Wong said?
Ali Wong.
She's a comedian.
Yeah,
she's hilarious. Check her out on Instagram. I mean on Instagram on Netflix. She's hilarious. She said, "No offense, but why would I want to date someone who I can't be racist with?" And I thought that was a perfect way to put it. Why would I? I'm not talking for myself, but this is just for how people think.
Yeah.
Why would I? Now I'm gonna talk like I'm talking for myself, so just bear with me. Why would I want to fuck with a white man, the oppressor, who I can't come home to and be like, "Can you believe what this cracker did to me today? He cut me off in traffic. This motherfucking crack." Oh, he's gonna be like, "Damn, babe, chill with the cracker word. That is crazy." He can't come home to me and be like, "You know what this goddamn nigga did? He fucking did." I would be like, "Oh, we get a divorce right now." You know what I'm saying? That's just how people think. That's it.
But like I was dating this girl, and she was black, and me and her were just like we
meshed.
We meshed together, and like we would say stupid shit, like we would say racist shit to each other.
That's
and, like,
how y'all communicate.
She would come in, and she would say the same thing you just said, like what this white did, because she used to work at Chipotle, and like she would say like what this white guy did to her and everything, and how he was such an asshole and all that shit, and she was saying that this white supremacist looking redneck hillbilly cousin fucking. You know, she would
She
say
was
all
going
this.
in.
She was going in. And I would say the same thing. And I'd be like, this black dude just came up to me and started fucking yelling at me in Springfield. Like I was literally just driving, and this black dude just comes up to me and starts yelling at me. And so I was like, what the fuck is this dude doing?
But
I was like,
that's just how y'all communicate.
exactly, we connected. But like same thing with Russians. Like Russians stay with Russians. Like I just don't get why people like feel like they have to stay with their own kind because they feel like they're gonna get overpowered.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
I don't think it's that. For instance, I'm gonna just speak for myself, and I'm not afraid to say this.
Yeah.
I feel like black men are undervalued, and I'll tell you why.
I agree with you with that because we talked about it last time.
Yeah, and exactly, they're undervalued. I feel like again, people want them but don't want them with their baggage. So I feel like as my duty as a black woman, as I think a black man's duty is to do, is to hold us down. Listen, the world looks at us as ghetto ratchet. No one wants to fuck with us. We wear fake hair. We wear all this fake shit. We ain't real. They rather really date black women and women who have black attributes, which is okay. You feel me? That's okay.
And I think,
get it how you live. But one thing I will say is for myself, I'd rather nurture, love, and protect my black king because at the end of the day, ain't no one gonna hold them down like I can. Ain't no one gonna understand the hardship that they go through. Ain't no one gonna understand that they can't succeed in life how they want to because the world is a fucking against them. So when they come home, I have to shelter them from that. They don't understand that shit. And people don't understand that shit because of fetishes. So my duty right now is to love them unconditionally. I have a whole poem called Black King because that's how much I love my black king.
You read it. You read it to me.
So, and white people feel the same way. If they're gonna become the minority soon, right? In air quotes, that's how they feel. If they're gonna become the minority soon, what we have to do, stay together. We have to reproduce so that we can have more of us, so that we don't become the minority. That's just how it is, man. Asians are the same way, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when you demean other people because of it, when you say, as a black man, I'd rather be with a Puerto Rican or a white girl because she don't do this, but they emulate everything that a black woman is, you're fucked up, and you just demean the whole person.
So have you? I don't want to mention names, and actually, I'm not gonna even bring it up because they're very powerful people in Springfield, and I don't.
I was shook. I said, mention names. What happened?
I was gonna mention names. I was gonna say a certain individual that does this, but like I don't want to say it because we're kind of really. I'm kind of like not close, but like we kind of handle someone that they know that we work for. Do you get what I'm saying? Cut. The Robersons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't want to mention that. I don't know.
Insane.
Yeah.
What are they gonna say? He don't watch that. He watches this. He does not watch this.
Yeah.
He does not watch this.
Yeah.
He watches the show. You're fucking lying.
Deadass.
I'm calling the cops.
That's why I don't want to say it.
Hello.
We're just not gonna mention a certain individual, but we're gonna have to close this pretty soon because
basically we're gonna end this right now because it's gonna just go on for hours and hours and hours. We didn't even touch upon. I like how this script is written today because we could do part 1, part 2s now. It's like
this is part 1, bitches.
Lead on, if anything.
I love you guys. I'm sorry. Huh? This one is.
Please don't say an hour.
It's about to be an hour right now.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut it short right here. I'm going to make a note of where we started, where we ended so that we can come back and boom. We're going to I'm going to make a note of it so that we can come back next week or whenever we finish this episode and we can still touch upon this and start the next script as well. So, basically this was a different episode. I hope you guys like this. Talk Time with Randy featuring Donnie West.
Is it called Tapestry?
This?
That's Tapestry?
Yes.
I'm going to try to get Five Below to sponsor us.
As I said earlier, don't forget and hesitate to follow us. Boom, boom, boom. This right here is my Instagram and my Twitter. Follow me, hoes. It's rmoney. Let me rephrase. r.money, 6 Ys on Instagram and Twitter. Don't forget the period. Or you can look me up as Princess Randy.
I don't want to touch mine, but I'll because it's very fragile and I'm an idiot. I made it look like I was retarded. I fixed it. Oh, you did fix it. Yeah. Before it was like really retarded, guys. It was bad. Follow. There's only one L. You made me look like a retard. Follow me, please. Follow me at Donnie West, guys. I'm changing my Instagram name because I'm gonna make a business profile. But please follow me, guys. I need as much love and support. Even though you guys don't support me, no, you guys do support me. Sorry, you don't support my. Some of you guys don't support my views, and I understand. You know, we all have our opinions, but please show the love and support. Don't comment rude shit. All right, I've already had that shit happen. I don't really care, but I just laugh. It gives me more motivation to be who I am. So keep doing it.
Also, for next week, we are going to be starting the second segment. We actually had it incorporated in the script today, but because we got so deep into conversation, we haven't had an episode like this in such a long time.
I know. It was kind of getting dry to me, I feel like.
I'm super happy that we revamped, got it together. I feel like this brought it to life. We were just so
we're gonna get back here and this shit's fucking down.
No, not even. I'm gonna get some shit for it tomorrow. You're gonna see more additions to it. So, sorry. The next thing that we're going to be adding is subscriber suggestions. I know I keep saying it, but I am dead ass serious. Please, 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 and I can't stress this enough, follow me at r.money on Twitter or Instagram, at me. Fucking anonymous advice, questions, topics you want to hear us talk about, touch upon, even your opinions and thoughts. I will be putting you guys into the script because I want you guys to know that I appreciate your feedback. So please, at me. Follow me. Let me know what you want to talk about. Let me know how you feel. Let me know if I said some dumb shit and you tired of my shit. Let me know. This is for y'all. I want y'all to love it, learn and love it. Everything. So, yes, stay tuned. Trending topics, subscriber suggestions, more topics. I'm super excited. We're getting right. This is the Talking Time with Randy featuring Donnie West show. We out!